I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday morning. Hope you all had a nice Saturday. I didn't place any bets. Didn't watch any baseball. I'm into football season.
I got smoked.
Toast had a good day. I know Toast had a bad day. Spoon had a good day though. So I know that's how those two did. This will actually be the last time you see my face. The next couple days will just be these two and the return of the infamous TV Jones. And then the next time you see me, we'll be talking football, which will be on Tuesday night. So this is the last time you see me for a couple days. It's time. It's football season. Let's talk about a real sport already.
Oh, Nelly.
All right, so we got 15 games. It's Sunday. I heard both these guys say right before I click go live that they don't love the slate. But we'll run through it real quick, see if we can find anything. First up, this game starts early as hell, 11:35 a.m. Eastern. Aaron Nola, good old Aaron Nola, pitching against Mitchell Parker. So it's obviously Nats.
Sure. This game is an absolute pass for me. I mean, you have a high total in one of these early Peacock games. Mitchell Parker has been absolutely terrible. But at the same time, this Phillies team versus left-handed pitching has been mediocre at best. Obviously, we all know that Washington bullpen isn't anything to ride home with. But Aaron Nola had like three starts, but he only pitched like 12 total innings in those 3 starts in AAA or something of that nature. But he is a veteran. I don't really put too much stock into that. I think that he knows his body. So, but there's just no way I could lay it with the Phillies right there. I mean, I really want to just because it's a really cheap price, and I have a feeling that they don't lose this series, and they obviously have a bullpen advantage. I mean, Duran said he was 100% fine. Obviously, it didn't end up mattering today, but it would only be the Phillies for me. There's not a chance in hell that I'm laying this number, though.
Yeah, I'm not
betting.
Oh,
I'm sorry, the Nationals. Sorry, I meant the Nationals. I'm sorry.
I'm not betting it, guys. The only reason I put this up is back in 2023, 2024, I used to blindly fade Nola as a favorite against a bad team and blindly bet him when he was like plus 130 against the Dodgers. He like shows up for the big games. I have no idea if that's even still a thing. This is how I used to bet Aaron Nola games back in the day. I glanced down at the chat for 2 seconds and saw one message. It says, TV Jones is a simp. Spoon, what do you think of Aaron Nola?
It was last rehab start, really impressive. Had a 11 strikeouts, pitched into the 6th inning. Looks like he's probably healthy, ready to come back. The Phillies are going to need him. I think I just saw Wheeler hit the IL. I think this is a spot where he comes out and pitches pretty well versus this Washington lineup. Mitchell Parker on the other side, he's been just a gas can a good portion of this year. I think the Phillies bats get runs off him. I laid the half run in the first 5, minus 118.
That's right. You sent me that. I got the graphic for that. Yep. Phillies first 5 run line, minus 118. Just a bet on Nola against Mitchell Parker, who has had a, let's put it delicately, less than stellar season. Wow, he's been bad. I like Mitchell Parker too.
No.
Marlins, Red Sox. Breaking news here. Stowers, is he done for the year?
I don't think he's done for the year. He's out for a considerable amount of time, though.
Do you trust the Marlins to hit? Do you trust the Marlins to hit without him?
I think that's why this price is so big. I was trying to find a way to back the Marlins here. I don't think Jansen Junk is a terrible pitcher, but his last few games out there, he's really given up a lot of runs. 3 earned runs in every game, 4 to Kansas City, 6 to the Yankees. I guess Boston has the bats to follow suit, and Garrett Crochet just got absolutely touched up by this Houston lineup. But before that, he'd been looking really serviceable. And you take the best player off the Marlins team at this point, I can't find a way to back him. If I was going to do it, it would be in the first 5, so I could just get rid of the Marlins bullpen arms and kind of just trust Junk. But I'm off the game.
Toast, anything?
Under. Won the first game, lost this game today in the under. I had under 9.5. Obviously, Miami scored 3 runs in the 9th, but rinse and repeat what I've been saying. I mean, both of these teams are kind of struggling offensively. Cal Quantrill got lit up today. It is what it is. He had one of his Cal Quantrill days. But Spoon mentioned it. We got Garrett Crochet coming off one of his worst performances of the year on the road against Houston. He's been really, really good in Boston so far this year. Full season ERA, a 2.43, a 1.08 whip, a 2.69 xFIP. He's been very, very good in Boston. And this Marlins team versus left-handed pitching hasn't done anything. They got to Rodon on the first, and besides that, it's been a whole bunch of 1s and 0s for a month and a half or so. And Junk, not a guy I'm running to the window to back, especially with unders, but he has been going 5 or 6 innings consistently, giving up like 3 runs, but that's fine at 8.5 here, especially with Crochet, who I think is going to go like 7 shutty. But Boston really hasn't been killing right-handed starters either. They're getting their like 2 runs off of them in like their 5 or 6 innings, but it hasn't been anything special. So today, again, they got Cal Quantrill, but besides that, I mean, it really hasn't been anything special. 24th in WRC plus, 23rd in OPS the last 14 days. So I'm just going to continue to play unders, especially with both these teams playing each other, and I think I'm going to be all right.
Someone asked if I'll be doing college football videos or just live streams. It'll be both. Be live streams throughout the week, kind of like a daily podcast, and then I'll do like I always used to do. I'll like the night before the game, I'll upload like the breakdown for it. Probably won't be as crazy in depth as the ones were in the past. It's tough because everyone wants to watch it then, but obviously like you shouldn't be betting it then. So it's tough, but everyone wants to watch the breakdown, so I'll be uploading them as well. But it'll more be like just a stat review and stuff like that rather than like this. You should be betting this now, if that makes any sense.
2 things quickly. I saw a comment on Marlins team total under. I'm with you. 3.5 is minus 150. I was looking at that as well. I know that's juicy, but I don't think they score 4. Also, shout out to Eugene. Baystar's team total was free as hell. They might have got it in extras. It doesn't matter. Baystar's over 3.5. It was free. Shout out Eugene for giving that play out last night. Hell yeah, it did. I was watching
where's
last night on my computer. I don't know, but I just wanted to make sure I gave him his shout out because it was free.
Someone said Kyle's got to be sponsored by Instacart. I'm getting an ad. That's your YouTube, man. I got nothing to do with the ads that show up on your YouTube. But hey, I am a frequent user of Instacart, and they didn't pay me to say
Wouldn't that mean that he uses Instacart?
Yeah, well, that means that he either uses Instacart or he clicks on things that Instacart is targeting. That type of viewer. Rangers, Blue Jays in Toronto. Nate the Great, short road favorite. Spoon, does Eovaldi pitch well here? Muted.
Blue Jays kind of flipped a switch today with getting Springer back in the lineup. I not really going to try to fade this Toronto lineup. If I was going to do it, it would probably be the first 5 with Eovaldi. Not in love with the back end of this Texas bullpen right now. But I just can't, after watching the Blue Jays score that many runs and kind of thinking Springer was the issue with the lineup while he was gone. Now that he's back, I think this is going to be a team we should be backing. I don't want to back Barrios. I think Texas, even though they've been bad versus right-handers over the past month, they're 28th in baseball. I think they can get runs off of him, and they have a lot of lefties. Barrios struggles with lefties. There's just too much volatility here. It would be Texas first 5 or nothing.
What about an over 8? You can get a minus 115 on DraftKings, and that's where Circa has it. Over 8 minus 115. Closes at 8.5, you think, right?
Roof should be open. Nice weather. Don't see any chance of rain.
I wasn't going to bet any baseball, but I'm betting over 8, minus 115. That's a good number. Toast?
It would only be over or Texas, and I would play over just because I don't trust that Texas bullpen. Like Spoon was just touched on, but this Texas team versus right-handed starters has been, I mean, their numbers as far as, I mean, the 18th, 19th in versus OPS, 18th in WRC plus, all that the last 14 days. I mean, they've been consistent. I mean, Bassett, Gallen, Desclafani, Ryan Nelson, 2 off of Wheeler, Logan Evans. I mean, all these guys are getting like 2 or 3 or 4 runs in 5 innings or what have you. And I'm getting Nate Eovaldi off of one of his worst starts of the year, if not probably his worst start of the year. And also previous to that, it's not like the Blue Jays were like absolutely tattooing right-handed starters. I mean, DeGrom shut him down. Kate Horton shut him down. They got to Javier Assad. Ben Brown shut him down. I mean, Spoon will tell you, Brem Brown's not good, and they couldn't touch him. Tyler Glass now shut him down. They got to Tanner Gordon. Seth Lugo pitched well against them. Michael Wacha pitched well against them. So I'm not as in love with this Blue Jays offense as everybody else, especially at home where they really haven't performed great. It would only be Texas. I don't know if I actually do it. I'm not as impressed of what Toronto has done the last couple of days. They got a 3 home runs or whatever it is from Miles Straw today. Congratulations. Like, that happens once every 100 years or whatever it might be with a guy like Miles Straw. Like, congratulations. And then you had a bullpen blow up on day 1. So they got the job done. It is what it is, but I still think there's a reason why Texas is favored tomorrow. But yeah.
No, Toast is has not been in a tanning bed. I accidentally had a color correct filter on him. I fixed it. So, that was my bad. I had see, everyone has different lighting, and TV Jones, I need to color correct it because his camera is freaking crazy. So I put TV Jones in. I put Toast in TV Jones's camera tab, so he had the TV Jones color filter on. TV Jones really looks like an alien in real life without the filter. Next up, Brewers Reds. I'm joking though. It's normal. It just doesn't have a lot of color in it. TV Jones' camera, so I add some color. He doesn't look like an alien. Any reason to step in front of the? I don't know what. Yesterday there were comments like, "Can't believe these guys are fading the Brewers." I went back. No one faded the Brewers. Spoon took
and also, everybody that says in the comments about me and Kyle not respecting the Brewers and stuff, it's about Trevor. It's a joke. It has nothing to do with the Brewers. They could be undefeated the whole year, and we would still say the same thing. It's about Trevor.
Yeah. No one bet against the Brewers. In fact, Spoon took the Brewers, I think, right?
I didn't actually bet on them today, but I took them for my pick in the show last night. It was in my bet slip. I looked at it. I wasn't quite sure with the bullpen situation. Everybody had pitched, and there's a doubleheader on Monday with the Chicago Cubs. So I was kind of looking at these 2 games as a spot where they might not mind losing a game in order to set themselves up to take that big series on deck.
You would say you want me to put Reds up for you? The comments are going to hate it.
So the Reds bullpen isn't in a great situation either here today. That game went to extra innings. Both teams had used a lot of bullpen arms the day before, but I'm not going to get on Milwaukee's money line simply because McGill, Uribe, Koenig, Ashby, Mears, everybody but Shelby Millers is on back-to-back days, and they have a doubleheader tomorrow when you're watching this on Monday with the Cubs. So I just don't know who's going to come out in that bullpen. I don't think they're going to use any of those good arms 3 days in a row. So Milwaukee team total, I think it's at 4.5 right now. I think you have to pay a lot of juice for the 4.5, but you can build an even money 5. That's what I'd probably do right now.
Toast.
Brewers. Yeah, the bullpen's taxed. I mean, Quintana should pitch just fine. I mean, I know that Cincinnati had a blow-up game against Ranger Suarez, and they got a couple runs off of Christopher Sanchez, but they really haven't been impressive versus left-handed pitching or at home. And Quintana's, been more than serviceable for this Brewers team. A couple bad starts here and there, but over his last 7 starts, it's been pretty damn good. And he's been going 6 innings in all those starts. So he pitched against this Reds team last year in Cincinnati, went 5 2/3 in a run. Not that this is the same lineup, but I'm not worried about him going into Cincinnati at all. And just for the record, Andrew Abbott is starting to kind of fall off a cliff. I'm not trying to make a case that he's like a bad pitcher anymore or not a good pitcher anymore, but his last 3 starts haven't been great. And you could actually make a case that 4 of his last 7 haven't been great. And the teams that he did shut down, Miami, a team that's really not impressive, especially versus left-handed hitting, a team in the Mets, a team that's really obviously struggling right now. I think the only team after their hot start, the only team that's worse than the Mets right now is the Nationals, and then Tampa Bay. So anytime that Andrew Abbott has seen a team with a pulse, he hasn't pitched well over the last month and a half, 2 months. So even with the bullpen situation, and as far as the doubleheader concern on Monday, I get that, Spoon, but at the same time, Brewers might have a 10-game lead in the division going to that series tomorrow. Like, are they really that worried about a doubleheader? I don't really know, but I think this price is ridiculous with Milwaukee.
I'm putting the Reds up, but I'm not betting the Reds at all. I just want to see if I can catch somebody in the comments just scrolling through and looking at the colors. So I don't know if it's gonna, I can't believe you bet the Reds. I'm not betting this. All right, next game. Braves Guardians in Cleveland. Fetty, Logan Allen. Wow.
Dude, I was so mad. I knew I should have bet the Braves today.
Well, are you considering the Braves here?
I'm considering the over. I don't know if I actually get there or not, but it would be over 9. It's a high total, but this Braves offense is just starting to, I guess, heat up a little bit. They were dead for a while, but they've been putting up a lot of crooked numbers lately, and I know that, again, it's not a whole bunch of names that there's a whole bunch of names in there that we trust that haven't performed well. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, Logan Allen really has been pitching well against some mediocre teams. And at the same time, I mean, really struggles with righty bats. That's going to be Acuna, Ozuna, Albies, Profar, Murphy, Alvarez, Nick Allen. I mean, they're going to load a whole bunch of righties in that lineup. So I think it's more than capable that Atlanta puts some runs on the board. And then as far as Eric Fetty goes, shout out TV Jones. This guy rolls out of bed and gives you 3 runs. And on top of that, this Cleveland offense versus right-handed pitching has been more than serviceable. They got to Cabrera for 5 runs, Yuri Perez for 4 runs, Jansen Junk for 3, Davis Martin for 3, Savali for 9. Sean Burke went 3 1/3, but they still scored 2 runs. They had 8 base runners off him. So Cleveland versus right-handed pitching in general has been really good. And then obviously the icing on the cake would be that Eric Fetty really, really struggles with lefty bats. So I think there should be runs galore tomorrow. It would be over 9 for me.
What about you, Spoon?
Yeah, Cleveland Guardians minus 126 for me. Eric Fetty, as you just said, really struggles with lefties. All the good bats in this Cleveland lineup will hit from the left-hand side. Manzardo had a day off today. He'll be back in the lineup. This is a pure fate of Eric Fetty, and I don't think Logan Allen's been that bad. I think he's been very serviceable at times in this Braves lineup. Probably can get a couple runs off him, but the Guardians bullpen is in a good situation, able to give everybody the day off a couple days in a row. So they'll be able to use everybody. I think this is a spot where the Guardians are still looking at the playoffs, just a couple games behind in the wild card race. So Cleveland Guardians for me, minus 126.
Braves have been winning some baseball games, 8-2 in their last 10.
They've been scoring some runs too, like 8, 7, 11, 5, 8, 4, like pumping runs.
The Braves finally showed up for 2025.
They figured it out.
A bit late.
Yep. I hate to see it.
Orioles, Astros in Houston. Christian Javier's on the mound. Spoon, do you think Javier has solved his command problems?
That one's a hard thing to tell at this point. I mean, he's only had the 1 start, did give up 2 walks. I was looking at trying to back Houston here. I don't think Houston versus righties has been a very successful recipe the last few games out. Dustin May, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Brandon Young took a perfect game into the 8th inning versus them. And the 1 hit he did give up was just a little dribbler in the infield. Like, I would like to take the Astros here, but they still have Hader out the back end of the bullpen. Everybody had to pitch for them tonight. The Orioles bullpen is in a little worse situation because they were on back-to-back nights for a lot of the good arms, and they haven't been hitting righties. 30th in WRC plus and OPS over the last 30 days. But I just have a lot of questions with this Houston lineup versus righties. It would only be the Astros for me. I just don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on it.
Toast? Over 8.5 for me. We'll start with Christian Javier. I love him. Made a lot of money with him prior to the last 2023 was it?
Yeah.
But at the same time, again, what was funny about his first start is he got rocked and the Astros still won the game 7-6. I mean, it was like the same old
Throwback.
Christian Javier reincarnated.
The same exact thing.
Yeah, so it was. I knew that you would appreciate that because not a lot of people remember that. But anyway, it's just that this Baltimore offense has been feasible versus right-handed pitching. Really not over the last 28 days, or the last 30 days or whatever, or 14 and 30 days, excuse me. But they've also faced some pretty decent pitching as well. They had the Seattle pitching staff. They had the Philadelphia. I know that Taijuan Walker's name doesn't ring well, but I mean, he has been actually pitching really well if you look at his numbers. Only 2 runs today or whatever. It's like 6 innings or something like that. Colin Ray had been pitching really good. Cade Horton doesn't give up runs to anybody. It doesn't seem like Jose Barrios. So again, I'm not just at a point where Christian Javier is just going to come out and blank some teams. So if he does, so be it. And then on top of that, Dean Kramer on the road, just absolutely terrible. A 5.42 ERA, a 4.34 xFIP. It's just been really, really bad. So not that I'm in love with this Houston offense, but I just need both of these guys to give up a couple, and I think the bullpens will do the rest of the work. So over 8.5. I haven't played it yet because it's plus 100, and I don't understand why. But anyway.
So the joke, if you didn't get it, so back if you were watching the show 2 years ago, we used to bet the Astros when Christian Javier was pitching because for whatever reason, even if he pitched terribly, the Astros would score a bunch of runs for him and they would win. I pulled up his 2023 game logs. Here are the Astros in the 2023 season. Here are the Astros runs in Christian Javier starts: 6, 8, 7, 9, 5, 1, 6, 7, 5, 12, 10, 9, 9, 10, 10, 12, 9. Dude,
if you were there, you would remember, guys. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, if you were watching the show in 2023, every time it was like, well, just take the Astros to the over because they're scoring 100 runs. Throwback there from the 2023 streams. White Sox Royals in Kansas City. Spoon. Oh, Burgert's pretty good, isn't he?
Go ahead, Spoon. You know he is. He's a freaking ace. Go ahead. Tell him.
He's pitched very well this season. We can go back his last 10 games pitching in the majors. There's not a single bad start on here. 3 earned runs in 3 innings is the worst game. I don't see the White Sox really hitting up Burgert here. When I want to take the White Sox, it's against lefties. On the full season, they're dead last in baseball and OPS, weighted on base average, 29th in WRC plus. And just the way Burgert's been pitching, I don't see any reason to try to fade him. The guy's got a 2.87 ERA in the full season, 1.09 whip. And on the opposite side, Davis Martin here, just every time he pitches, you see 3 earned runs, 4 earned runs, ton of base runners, double digits in almost half the games looking back at it. This is a spot where I like the Royals. I can't justify paying this much juice with them. Maybe laying a half run in the first inning with Burgert would be a way to attack it. But I'm not in love with this Kansas City bullpen. They were able to give some important arms the day off today. So I do see a path to victory, but I don't want to lay -1 with them either. So it would either be a first 5 or just pass for me.
Toast?
Pretty much copy and paste. I really, really want to play Kansas City. Like he said, they rested all the major bullpen arms behind Burgert, and Burgert was, I would assume, I wasn't in the calls. They wouldn't let me in, but I would assume Burgert was the centerpiece of that Furman trade. I mean, and a lot of different other teams as well. This guy, this guy came out of San Diego. He's very, very good, and they really didn't want to let him go. But obviously, the Padres needed a catcher in one of the worst ways possible. So, but he looked pretty decent these last 2 starts on the road as well, which I like. And now getting to pitch in Kansas City, a place that's really not a park that's easy to score runs against a White Sox team that's really struggling to score runs in general right now. And like he said, Davis Martin has been really, really bad for the White Sox. So I don't know if I can actually look at myself in the mirror. I mean, I've made a lot of bad bets in my day, but I don't know if I can do it laying -165 with the Royals on a Sunday at home, but I really, really want to. Burgert's really good.
Gorky, I see your message. Just send me a DM on Twitter. I'll get you in there. Next up, Tigers, Twins. Do we? As of like 20 minutes ago, there was no lines. No, nothing still. Do you guys have any thought? We want to just skip it?
Yeah, I need a line. Paddock sucks anyway.
Yeah, actually,
really hard to handicap it without the starting pitcher confirmed there for the Twins.
that'll do it. Yeah, let's move. Actually, I believe going to have the Circa API soon, so these odds will be Circa on the screen, which will be cool for the stream. Sometimes, as you guys notice, the graphics on the screen usually don't match what we're actually betting, so it should get it closer. Yankees, Cardinals in St. Louis. Will Warren, Miles Michaelis. Toast. You know, I do not trust Will Warren away from the Bronx.
Agreed. He does have I do think that he has a pretty decent matchup here. I agree with you. On the road has been pretty bad, but I will say, I mean, the bad ones, obviously on the road at Toronto. Toronto obviously has been getting to a lot of guys. So, I mean, I don't really fault him as much for that. On the road in Atlanta, unexcusable. Cannot give him any slack for that. But at the same time, I mean, has been pitching really well lately. Again, only one start on the road, and that was Texas. But Texas has been playing better, and he went 5 shutout innings in that game. Did walk 3 guys, but obviously, if we're talking about him very similar to like a guy like Randy Vasquez, how many lefties in the lineup does that other team have? Because that's the biggest question. And the answer for the Cardinals is 4. 2 of their better hitters, Donovan and Burleson, are lefties, but I don't really know if that's going to matter. I really want to play the Yankees at this short number. I haven't been betting the Yankees a lot, so they haven't burned me in the past. And we know, I mean, obviously Michaelis at home is a little bit of a different animal. He's actually pitched really well at home this year, but I still think that this Yankees offense is a little bit undervalued considering how bad that they have been, but getting them at a decent price on the road against a team, like I said, that doesn't have a whole bunch of lefties, I think this is really cheap for the Yankees. Oh, and sorry, the last thing, the Cardinals haven't touched right-handed starters for a while. Hill, Dolander, Colin Ray, Otani, Sheehan, Glasnow, Dylan Cease, Pavetta, Cal Quantrill all went 5 innings or more of one-run baseball or less. So it's just really hard to trust this Cardinals team. I'm probably going to be on the Yankees tomorrow.
Spoon?
Yeah, you can put me up for the New York Yankees as well. I see the best number, -140 right now. It was a bet I was looking at, just kind of looking ahead to Monday with these teams as well. The Cardinals have to play a game, and the Yankees have the day off Monday. So even though Bednar's gone on back-to-back days, he only threw 3 pitches today. I think with the day off, he's probably available. Luke Weaver will be available. He had the day off. Devin Williams did work today, but he had the day before that off. So I think the big arms for the Yankees should be available to close this one out. The Yankees versus right-handed pitching over the last 14 days and last 30 days hasn't been great, but they're still kind of readjusting their lineup, getting Judge back in, him getting comfortable with the bat again. I see this as a spot versus Miles Michaelis where they can probably get some runs off him. I definitely not trying to look for ways to back this Cardinals team in too many ways, but Cardinals versus right-handed pitching in the last 30 days are dead last in the league. And while Will Warren's better at home, Michaelis is better on the road or better at home. I just think this is a spot where the Yankees are the better team, need this win a lot more than the Cardinals do. I don't like laying this much juice with the Yankees, but I think I'm going to do it.
Mr. Wesker says, I don't trust Will Warren with my Toyota Corolla.
You saw that?
Are you implying he's a bad driver? I'm not sure I'm catching the reference. And Megan is in the chat saying TV Jones is probably getting lucky after that Brewers win. I don't know if there's like, I don't know the lore there, honestly. So,
well, I think she priced it out at -500.
Is she like already jealous that he might be with someone else? Or is she referring to herself? Next up, Pirates, Cubs, and Wrigley. Go ahead, Spoon. By the way, congrats on the big win today.
I can't. You guys know really quickly, Sauce is an award-winning producer or editor, producer, whatever for reality TV shows. He could swoop that up really fast for us.
Yeah, in my youth.
Sorry, Spoon, go ahead.
So Cubs did get the win today. Another undercast here at Wrigley. It's even more under-friendly weather today than it was the last 2 days. Javier Assad, he's only had one start back in the major leagues, and I'm not sure I'm ready to trust him yet. The Cubs have a bigger series that they care more about. Their bullpen isn't in the best situation. If they used all their important arms again tomorrow, it would put him in a very bad situation going into that Brewers series. And I don't know how deep Assad can really pitch tomorrow. So I don't think I would try to lay any amount of juice with the Chicago Cubs versus Pittsburgh. But Majinski, however you want to say it, this guy's probably going to be only in there for 3 innings, and it's going to be a lot of bullpen arms coming in after that. I think that generally matches up well against a team because you can kind of plan for the 3 batters that they're going to see coming out the next inning. So I was looking at going back to the under. I got 9.5 the last 2 days, and it jumped down a full 1.5 to an 8. That's kind of what's keeping me off it right now. I just wish I was getting a better number. I wouldn't be surprised to see it move to an 8.5, and at that point I might take it. But as of now, I'm off.
Toast, Javier Assad.
Pirates money line for me. This is going to be. I don't even understand. I don't even understand how the Cubs are a -200 favorite at home. I mean, this is a 3-7 their last 10, 8-12 their last 20, 14-16 their last 30. I mean, honestly, over the last 30 games, the Pirates are a better baseball team than Chicago Cubs. By a couple games, actually. So I don't, and Molzinski, I mean, he's only going 4 2/3, 5 2/3, 4, 5, 4, but I mean, he's still only given up 2 or 3 runs. I mean, it's not like it's been absolutely terrible. I'm not trying to make a case that this guy's good or anything like that, but I mean, Javier Assad is not good at all in any way, especially as a starter. So I don't understand how the Cubs, where the advantages in this game are, go for the Cubs. So let alone minus like 140, let alone minus 200. So I will be betting our Pittsburgh tomorrow. I just don't know what the number is going to be.
Tough to argue with that. The Cubs have been so bad, but the Pirates are also really a bad baseball team.
I mean, even today, the Pirates won the first game. Today, the game was 3-1. I think the Cubs won in the 8th inning, was it? Or the 9th? Had to have been the 8th because they scored 2.
So, yeah. So this line just opened. You can get the Rockies with Senzatella at plus 106. Who are the Diamondbacks putting out there for it to be a pick 'em against Senzatella, dude?
Dude, it's Christmas. He used to play in San Diego. Dude,
Any thoughts on this one? Or
I didn't even know he was still pitching baseballs. I swear to God, I thought he was bagging groceries at Walmart.
They probably found him in the grocery store.
How did he get a job again? I don't understand.
So is this just an over 12.5 blind?
Yeah. Just now I'm just looking at Christmas minor league numbers just really quickly, and it's as bad as you would think it was. Over a 4 ERA, 1.25 whip. I mean, he strikes some guys out, but whatever. He's a career minor leaguer. That's what they do. So, yeah, it would only be over for me. I don't have any interest in this one. Both these teams are so bad.
Spoon, anything?
I do see rain in the forecast for this one. Also, with the lines not being on it, I just didn't go too deep into it. If they do get this game off, it's probably going to be delayed. So, I don't hate that over. I just probably won't have a bet in this game. I just don't trust either of these pitchers.
Not to mention, Kismet's been pitching in places like Buffalo, Worcester, Rochester, Syracuse, Norfolk. Coors Field may not be kind to him. Anyway.
Angels, A's. You guys had the A's back-to-back days. I know they won the first one. They won the second one too? Oh, they're up 6-1 right now.
I was going to say, did they go final? They were up decent amount, yeah.
Jose Soriano, at least earlier in the season, was pitching much better on the road. I don't know if that's still a thing.
They don't ever let him pitch on the road. I think he's only pitched on the road once in like 2 months or something like that, right? Hold on, I'm pulling up my notes right now.
Correct.
Go ahead, Spoon. Go ahead if you know it.
Jose Soriano, I mean, his last 5 starts have been at home. The last time he pitched on the road was against Philadelphia. He went 7 innings pitched, gave up just 2 earned runs, and the last time before that was on the 3rd of July. 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs versus Atlanta. The rest of his last 10 starts have all been at home. And his splits on the road are a lot better. 2.48 ERA on the road full season. Obviously, this Oakland Park where they're playing here in Sacramento is very hitter friendly, but it's got a big outfield. This guy keeps the ball on the ground a lot. I think it's a pretty good matchup for him versus Oakland. Oakland's going to win back-to-back games, it looks like. Hopefully the Angels get a couple runs, make them use some more bullpen arms, but I like the Angels minus 108 tomorrow. I just think this is a spot where Soriano can pitch well, and Jeffrey Springs gave up 4 earned runs, 8 base runners in that last game versus Tampa Bay, didn't make it out of the 4th inning. He's looked pretty decent overall in the season, but I just think the Angels versus a guy who struggles more with right-handed hitters is a really good matchup for their bats, because they're going to have 8 righties in the lineup tomorrow. All their bullpen arms are rested. I think this is an Angel spot.
He is officially in the comments, alive, both kidneys intact. TV Jones in the comments. Toast.
I love the Angels tomorrow, personally. We'll start with Jeffrey Springs and this Angels offense. Home starts haven't been really good for him. It's been really, 465 xFIP, 435 ERA. Hasn't been great. Also, the times that he's pitched well on the road at Washington, they can't hit. Against Seattle, I mean, I guess that's a pretty decent one. Houston, give or take, they haven't really been doing much, but he got smoked versus Cleveland. Looked somewhat decent against Toronto, but just really hasn't been impressive. And I do think this Angels team not only versus lefties and on the road is a pretty big step up in competition. The Angels have seen some pretty decent lefties. I mean, this is an Angels team that's like 15th across the board the last 14 days, a top 10 over the last 30 days against left-handed pitching. And they're seeing guys like Skubal, Patrick Corbin, Manaya, Ranger Suarez, Jesus Cesarzo, Eric Lauer, Garrett Crochet, Mitchell Parker. Obviously, he sucks. But regardless, they're seeing some pretty good lefties. So again, I feel like it's a step down in class for the Angels. And Spoon mentioned it. Soriano, a heavy ground ball pitcher that should be able to keep this ball on the ground. Like you said, this Athletics team obviously has been really good numbers on the road. They've really struggled at home, and they only have really 4 lefty bats in that lineup, and that's where kind of Soriano kind of struggles. He's almost kind of like dominant versus righty bats, and that's kind of what you're going to see a whole bunch of righties in that Oakland lineup. So, and the numbers that they've got off of the righty starters like Baz, Pepe Le Pew, Brandon Young, Desclafani, just really not that impressive for me. I love the Angels tomorrow.
Someone said Rockies game isn't on DraftKings. Yeah, it's only open on a couple sportsbooks. It's not open on most of them yet. Next up, Rays, Giants. Logan Webb is on the mound. Toast, is Logan Webb back?
Back from what?
He was terrible for like 4 games.
I don't know if he's back. Dude, these Giants
back
suck.
from what? Like he went on a vacation or something. I mean, he was pitching like shit.
He pitched. He was, and he pitched against the Pirates twice, and now he's back to shit. But that was the Padres, so it is what it is. I mean, the Padres just can't score in LA. Well, I'm just saying, like, they were scoring a whole bunch of runs until they got to LA. It's like their voodoo magic in LA. I don't know what it is. Padres just can't do it. But he pitched 2 good games. Yeah, they own him. So he pitched 2 good games against Pittsburgh. And besides that, he hasn't been good. I was on the Giants' first 5 today. I thought that Verlander would shove and they would be able to score a run off of Hauser. Verlander shoved and so did he. And the Giants didn't score a run. But it would only be Tampa Bay for me. Giants shouldn't be laying this number at home or on the road or against anybody. Pepe Le Pew has been average at best. This is going to be his 5th straight road start. 7th road start in his last 8 starts. So I don't really worry about him pitching on the road, honestly. I just don't feel like the Giants should be this big a favorite versus anybody. And Logan Webb, no, he's not back. He's pitched 2 games against Pirates, and that's it.
Spoon?
Yeah, I'm really close to betting the Rays. I don't know if I want to isolate it to the first 5 or if I want to go full game here. The Rays have the day off Monday. The Giants play another game, so the Rays will be able to empty their bullpen. It's a little taxed right now, but nothing crazy. I think this is a spot where Ryan Pepio pitches pretty well. Toast mentioned it. He's been living on the road, as the Rays have in general. The last time he pitched in a pitcher-friendly park was Detroit on the 8th of July and went 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. outside of that, he's been in a lot of hitter-friendly parks, and he's held his own. I mean, he's had a few kind of blow-up games, but still on the road, 4.34 ERA, and you're going into a much more pitcher-friendly park here in Oracle. I think this is a spot where he comes out, pitches well. The Rays bats have been getting to the last few righties they've seen. They got 5 off Landon Rupp, got 5 off JT Ginn, Brian Wu, who just continues to pitch through 6 innings every time he goes out there. They got 3 earned runs off him, 3 off Logan Evans, 7 off Soriano, 4 off Stroman. Like, this is a Rays lineup that I expect to get some runs off Webb. At one point in the season, this guy was pitching really, really well at home, but that's gone away. Just those 2 starts to Pittsburgh that we talked about that have been good. Outside of that, this guy's given up tons of base runners, tons of runs. I think this is a Rays spot. I don't understand the price. This is ridiculous.
Can I will say just one thing, because I have to, since Logan Webb has been very good for a long time, he's been hit up by the Dodgers, Toronto, the Mets, and the Padres. So take that for what it is, but that's the upper echelon of Major League Baseball. I'm not making excuses. I still feel the same way about the game, but I'm giving him a little bit of credit.
Razor Sharp Analysis in the comments here says, just yesterday, a pod of 100,000 cow-nose Rays was spotted in St. Pete. Rays 14-game win streak incoming. I fact-checked this. Yesterday, a pod of 100,000 Rays was swimming in unison, spotted in St. Pete. So he's dealing in the comments right there. That really happened. 100,000 cow-nose Rays. It's a sign, if you ask me. Rays money line.
I mean, if you weren't betting the Rays now.
Yeah, if you were leaning towards the Rays, how does a pot of 100,000 spotted in St. Pete not push you over? Padres, Dodgers in L.A. Dodgers. I don't even know who's pitching. Don't care. They own this team.
Yeah, that's really cute coming from a Mets fan right now.
What's that got to do with the Dodgers owning you? Like, what's got
because you're doing it to try to push my buttons, and it's not going to work.
I'm not. I blindly bet the Dodgers against the Padres every single time to eternity.
That hasn't worked out good, but anyway, go ahead.
Well, the last 10 years it has.
Not in 2024. This year, I guess. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Every year except 1 year.
I'd have to go fact check that.
Go check it, bro. They won like 21 out of 26. Go ahead, Spoon.
I can't lay 156 with the Dodgers versus the Padres team. Yu Darvish didn't look super sharp in his first few starts, but he's starting to look a lot better. 2 of his last 3 games, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs to the New York Mets. 6 innings pitched, just 1 earned run to San Francisco. He did get touched up a little bit by Arizona, but I think this is a spot where Darvish can pitch well. And even if he doesn't, he has the entire San Diego bullpen pretty much ready behind him. Tyler Glass now on the other side. He's shown the ability to give up runs. Cincinnati tagged him for 4 earned. Outside of that, he's looked really elite at home. I get that. But I think this Padres lineup can definitely get a few runs off him. And I'm not in love with this Dodgers bullpen right now. They've been dealing with injuries the full season. As arms have been coming back, people have been saying that the bullpen's going to get better. But the Dodgers bullpen over the last 14 days is last in xFIP and 21st in ERA. I think the Padres find enough ways to get runs to win this game, but I'm probably not going to bet it.
Toast.
Probably don't bet it, but we can talk about it. It'd be under 8.5 for me, if anything. I don't know if I can't play it, because I'll tell you why you can't play the Padres. Yu Darvish has looked decent over his last 3 starts, yes, but against the Mets, Arizona, and San Francisco, the Mets have been absolutely terrible for 2 months. Arizona's essentially like half of a AAA team, and he only went 4 innings and gave up 3 runs. And then on the road at San Francisco, a place where it's hard to score runs in general, and against a team that can't hit. So as much as I would love to come on here and be excited about what Yu Darvish has done his last 3 starts, the step up in competition against this Dodgers team is very, very massive, even if the Dodgers haven't been playing well, which we all know that they haven't. I also don't think it really matters. Obviously, me and Sauce were going at it before, but the Dodgers have owned the Padres. That's no secret there. And we've showed it again tonight. I mean, this Padres offense was red hot coming into this series, and they've scored 2 runs in 2 nights, just like the playoffs last year. So it's the same shit, different day. I'm demoralized. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. But I agree that with both bullpens good to go, and Glass now should probably go 6 or 7 of 1 or 2 run baseball. I just don't see how you get to 9 runs in this game unless Darvish just gets absolutely throttled. So it would only be under 9 or under 8.5 or past for me.
In the last 10 seasons, the Padres are 55 and 104 against the Dodgers. A lot of
I said I was joking around in my thing.
Yeah. It was a joke that was covering a lot of hurt.
No.
Sunday Night Baseball. Mets don't lose on Sunday Night Baseball, so.
Spoon can go ahead on this one. I feel like this is the same shit as today. How is this any different from today?
Sunday Night Baseball. Mets love primetime.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you don't take the Mets. I mean, it seems like everybody's going to want to take Seattle. The Mets have been terrible. Clay Holmes sucks. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember off the top of my head, he struggles with lefties or righties. Let's take a look at Seattle's offense. It's lefties, so he struggles with lefties because they have a whole bunch of lefties, I remember. Make it make sense, Spoon. Help me out.
I'm betting it right now, plus 110.
Make it make sense.
I'd really like to take Seattle here. I understand it's Sunday Night Baseball, big game, but
forget that. Address everything that I said.
Address it, Spoon.
I'm just saying because you're trolling. Yo.
So the Mets have been getting to right-handed starters. They got 6 off Castillo. They got 6 off Carrasco. They've got 8 off Strider. They got 6 off Quinn Priester. But they haven't been winning games. George Kirby, I put him above a lot of the pitchers I just listed off. He just went out, pitched the best game of his season, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned, just 3 base runners in the whole game. He's been getting to 6 innings consistently now, pitching really well. The Seattle bullpen's in a good spot. It's harder to back the Seattle offense. They haven't been getting to righties as much, but Clay Holmes is a much worse pitcher than George Kirby. So maybe that's where some of this price is built in, is just in the lack of trust for Seattle's offense. Maybe you can go to one of those Sunday Night Baseball unders, but I can't lay it with this Mets team right now. This team, sure, they won a game today, but it's not going to be Soto bobblehead night tomorrow, is it, Kyle? Does that go along with Sunday Night Baseball?
Look, it's prime time. It's Sunday Night Baseball. ESPN's there. There's the bright lights. We're show ponies, us Mets, and when the lights are brightest, that's when we play the best baseball. Mets are winning this game, plus 110. What a bet. There's not a doubt in my mind.
You can put the Mets up for me. It's the price freaks me out. Doesn't make sense. If you're looking at this game, I mean, I just don't understand how the Mariners aren't more like minus 140. I mean, even if you want to say that the Mets got to righty starters, they got to Castillo, who we know is the definition of average. They got to Carlos Carrasco, who shouldn't be pitching right now. They got to Spencer Strider, who's working with, half of an elbow right now. They had Quinn Priester had his worst day of the season against them. I mean, besides that, what are we doing here? Kei Tong, however you say his name. I mean, they got to him. I mean, congratulations. I mean, obviously this is a huge step up in class for the Mets, and that's what you would assume that I like Seattle. But again, why is this priced like this? On top of that, like I just said before, Clay Holmes really struggles with lefty bats. 313 WOBA, 439.
Hold on. Did you know this game's in Williamsport? Little League.
The Little League World Series. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Did you say that? I'm sorry. I read.
No, I didn't say that, but I did. I didn't. I was gonna say it at the end because I was
How
gonna
deep
say
are the fences?
in the Little League Classic. Let me pull it up really quick. I don't know off the top of my head.
These kids are on steroids out there. Kids are putting it out.
It's 328 and 320.
Who are these freaking kids?
and and 411 to center. I think that it looks like they made their own little fence for major leagues. I don't know, but regardless, it would only be the Mets for me. Yeah, everything says Seattle. I'm well aware of that, but why is this price so cheap? It just feels exactly like yesterday. Oh, and by the way, it's not like Seattle's like doing very much versus right-handed starters. They got to Adrian Hauser, who besides today had been terrible in the last 2 weeks, and they got to Joe Boyle, who isn't really a starter. He just kind of got thrown in there before Tampa injuries. But Sagano, Kramer, Drew Rasmussen, Shane Smith, all have pitched well against them in the last couple weeks. So I'm not really trying to write off with this Seattle offense right now. It would only be the Mets for me.
Edwin Diaz pitched 2 innings today, and so did Gregory Soto. Soto went 1.2 innings, both threw about 30 pitches. I'm not sure that they're going to throw Diaz out there for a third game in 4 days with that many pitches being thrown today. It makes me want Seattle more. Also, why is it priced that way? Especially thinking the closer is going to be unavailable. Maybe it's George Kirby's struggles with lefties that show up, I guess.
All right, that's the last game. Yeah, like I said, this will be the last time you guys see me for a couple days. It'll be TV Jones and these two gentlemen for the next 2 nights. The next time you see me will be, I believe, with Kyle Hunter. We'll be talking week 0. We'll be talking football. So next time you see my face, I'll be talking about a real sport. Everyone, thanks for watching. Yeah, hit me up if you need me. Talk to you guys later.